You've just stepped into the only place where Hornets sting, Panthers growl, and 49ers try not to blow a fourth quarter lead. Welcome to the Buzz and Roar Show, hosted by a guy who loves sports named Ethan. We're talking Queen City sports with just the right amount of bias and way too much caffeine. Let's get it going.
Welcome everybody to the Buzz and Roar Show, episode 18. We're almost on episode 20. I really have been doing this for a while. Insane! But welcome to Buzz and Roar Show, episode 18. My name's Ethan Pepper. If you're just joining us, hit that follow button. If you're listening on Spotify, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, capital B, Buzz, capital A-N, capital R, Roar, capital S, Show, Buzz and Roar Show. And if you're watching on YouTube, follow the show on Spotify. Both are linked in the channel bio or the description of this video. If you'd like to get involved with the show, send me an email at all lowercase, ethanthebroadcaster@gmail.com, or click the email page in my YouTube channel's main description. I'd love to hear your thoughts, questions, or ideas for future episodes, and be sure to follow the podcast on Instagram, all lowercase, Buzz and Roar Show, for updates, clips, and more. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. Let's jump right into it. We have got only Carolina Panthers today, besides kickoff. Kickoff, I always do a game, of course, if you're new here. Anyways, kickoff here on the Buzz and Roar Show. Let's hit it!
Let's dive into the show with a game to start us off. It's kickoff time here on the Buzz and Roar Show. Who's ready? I know I am.
As you see, guys, I got my Christmas hat on for this one. But, guys, kickoff and a new segment later on just about the Panthers. All right, so kickoff. Before we get to what everyone wants today, which is the Carolina Panthers, we're doing Start, Bench, Cut NBA Edition, okay? Start, Bench, Cut NBA Edition, okay? But here's the rules. I've got 10 of these, all right, all completely random. After the episode is over, every single one will be posted as a poll on my YouTube community page. If you agree with my picks, vote agree. If you disagree, vote disagree. Now here's the twist. If disagree wins the majority of the polls, I lose, and I have to do the top liked comments punishment in the next episode. So if you think you know ball better than me, this is your chance to possibly give me a punishment. And also, don't just vote disagree because, okay? Please don't. That's literally defeats the whole purpose, okay? And by the way, don't make the punishments absolutely irrational and irreasonable. I am still a 14-year-old child. If it's like, what was that thing that that commenter had told that kid to go do? It was like that, like, go to Taiwan, train to be a boxer. Don't comment that, okay? I'm not going to Taiwan. I just said Taiwan. Oh my gosh, I just said Taiwan. Let's get right into this. It's a great episode here on the Buzz and Roar Show. Start, bench, cut, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey, Cade Cunningham. Right now, I would start Jalen Brunson, okay? Now, Cade Cunningham and Tyrese Maxey, this is a difficult one, a really difficult one to start off. But with how the Pistons and Cade Cunningham have been playing this year, I'm going to say Cade Cunningham, bench, Philadelphia Sixers, Tyrese Maxey, cut, okay? I do think that that's the right move. I could have probably said, start Cade Cunningham, but overall, Jalen Brunson has arguably had the better career so far, so I'm going to say start Jalen, bench Cade, cut Tyrese. Now, for the next one, LaMelo Ball, I'm going to start him. And then Deron Williams and Baron Davis. Okay, this is another kind of tough one. I'm going to cut Deron Williams, bench Baron Davis. Wow, but 50% cut LaMelo Ball. Okay, that's got to be fake. That's crazy. All right, so the next one. Oh, okay. Studmeyer is actually... I've heard of him, and I don't remember if he was great, but I'm pretty sure he's actually decent-ish. But I will say I'm going to start Jason, bench Joel, cut Amar Studmeyer. All right. Well, I was in the top person. Tyler Hero, Austin Reeves, and Trey Murphy the third. I'm going to cut Trey Murphy respectfully. Out of full respect, I'm going to cut Trey Murphy. Wait, this is the third or fourth one. I don't even remember. I'm just going to say it's the third. And if I did an extra, then whatever, I'll post the extra one. I'm going to go Tyler Hero start, then Austin Reeves bench, mainly because I feel like Tyler Hero... Austin Reeves is really, really good. I mean, AR-15 is clutch, but I just don't. He's kind of like Peyton Pritchard on the Celtics. I feel like he's not as consistent sometimes. I feel like that's how I feel about him. Golly, this is such a great start to the episode. My cord was stuck under my chair, but yeah, I think Austin Reeves is just a little bit more inconsistent sometimes. Then we have Kristaps Porzingis, Evan Mobley, and Chet Holmgren. I'm actually going to start Chet Holmgren. Now, Kristaps Porzingis, that's kind of difficult. I'm going to start Chet Holmgren over to Kristaps Porzingis because I have Chet Holmgren, Kristaps Porzingis, and Evan Mobley for the people on Spotify. But I'm going to start Chet Holmgren. I'm going to bench Kristaps Porzingis and cut Evan Mobley. Not by much, though. Not by much. I think, Evan Mobley is really good. He's really good for, really good, but I would say, I don't really know how to explain my choice on that. I feel like people are going to disagree with me there. I got to play smart. Ja Morant, Tyrese Halliburton, and Paolo Banchero. Banchero is usually how you pronounce it. This is probably my sixth one. I swear I don't know how many I've done. I'll just post the first 10. I forgot how many I've done. Let's just say this is my fifth one, and then I'll sixth one. Let's say this is my sixth one. Tyrese Halliburton, Ja Morant, and Paolo Banchero. I'm going to start Tyrese, bench Paolo, cut Ja. Okay, yeah, 75% agree with that. Now, it's because, Paolo, I feel like, okay, let's ask a question for the people who disagree with me here. If Paolo Banchero and Ja Morant were in a 1v1, who would win? Probably Paolo Banchero. Okay, if we're being real here. Ja would compete for sure, but I think Paolo Banchero would probably get the dub there. This is, let's say, my seventh one. Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon. I have not heard that name in so long. And then Scotty Barnes. I'm actually going to start... No, I'm not going to start Scotty. I'm going to start Michael Porter, bench Scotty, cut Aaron Gordon. 6% of people agree with me? Really? Huh. Most of the people started Scotty Barnes. That's crazy. I didn't expect that percent. And 12% started Aaron Gordon. That's weird, huh? Okay, so let's just say this is my eighth one. Stephon Castle, Mikal Bridges, and Jordan Poole. I'm going to actually start Stephon Castle. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Stephon Castle is a young and upcoming guy. I think arguably who has the better career, probably one of the two, Mikal Bridges and Jordan Poole. But I would say who has the better career between Mikal Bridges and Jordan Poole. Number one, just to defend my Stephon Castle thing here, I think Stephon Castle is a little bit better than Mikal Bridges and Jordan Poole. If it was 1v1, who would win? Probably Stephon Castle. Then we have Mikal Bridges and Jordan Poole. I'm going to go Mikal bench, Jordan Poole cut. Okay, yeah. Let's say this is my ninth one. Franz Wagner, Jalen Williams, and Danny Avdija. I say that name wrong every time. I'm going to cut Denny, start Jalen, bench Franz. Oh, yeah, so that was probably 10 because it just said that I can't do any more. Yeah, it says I can't do any more. So I hope that was 10. I hope that was 10. But either way. Oh, man, I forgot I have to talk about the Carolina Panthers after this. Okay, well, I guess let's go ahead and do this. Let's head on to the new segment, by the way. I like to call it Paint the Picture.
Welcome to Paint the Picture, the segment where Ethan goes full Bob Ross mode and calmly paints the path forward. Ethan breaks down what needs to happen over the coming weeks for one Charlotte team that's on the brink and maps out exactly what went wrong and how they can still make the playoffs.
Okay, Paint the Picture. This is my new segment. I like to call it, once again, Paint the Picture. I've said that about 20 times. Let's start off with the Saints game, okay? Terrible loss, but I hear a ton of people blaming Bryce Young for this. That is your gut instinct. Just terrible to say Bryce Young was the reason for this loss. Really. I mean, terrible. He played his butt off this game. Like, literally. He played so hard. He seemed like one of the, only people trying out there. So, it was not him. So stop saying it was. He played wonderful. He tried his best. Okay? Bryce Young played so good. I don't care what his stats says. He played wonderful. He was calm, collected, got out of the pocket exactly how he needed to. He's really developing so good. But people, every time they lose, blame Bryce Young. Bryce Young. Bryce Young. Bryce Young. It wasn't Bryce's fault, okay? T-Mac and Tommy Tremble once again started to drop some critical balls late and early in the game, okay? And then I hear a ton of people blaming Dave Canales. You can blame him for some minor stuff, but the only thing I can blame him for, I honestly just don't think he was anywhere close to the main problem last night, okay? I think he actually coached a pretty balanced game. I think he did. And that's what we want. We've been begging for a balanced game back and forth and back and forth. And I think we got another balanced game. He coached a balanced game last week. I think he just coached another. The only thing I can blame him for is his mentality of wasting clock late in the game, up 10 with 6 minutes left to go. Because that is an easy comeback to get for the Saints if you just call a full-on run game and it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, the run game doesn't work. You try to waste all that clock with still 6 left to go. But otherwise, I'm going to be honest, I think he seemed to call pretty good plays. He just got out-coached in the end. He really did. He just got out-coached in the end of the game. And it was disappointing how he did, but he did. Now, for who to blame, I would blame once again partially on Dave Canales. But who would I blame? I would blame Ejiro Evero. Why, Ethan? Well, let me tell you. Okay, let me paint the picture. Oh, see what I did there? Our defense, they had over 65% of the penalties called on them today. Okay, and that was a crucial factor to this game. Like, crucial. It felt like every time the Saints had the ball, the rest just flag on the play. Okay? Flag on the play. They threw a flag on us every single play that the Saints had the ball. Okay? It was crazy. But listen, Ejiro Evero made no adjustments. None. Not one. Now, some people are going to come at me here and say, okay, well, why are you blaming Ejiro Evero for this? If there's penalties, Dave Canales should be talking to the defense. Listen, Dave Canales can't do everything. There's a defensive coordinator for a reason, and Dave Canales can't do everything. He is trying to focus on Bryce Young while the defense is on the field and trying to coach him. Of course, he's trying to coach the defense, and he's trying to be the head coach, but we have learned this so far. He's kind of a more offensive mentality, and that is not a bad thing. I'm just saying, if Ejiro Evero is going to be the leader of this defense, which whoever the defensive coordinator under head coach Dave Canales is going to be basically the leader of that entire defense during the games and at practice, and I've learned that, you've got to make adjustments. You can't just sit back and let Dave Canales make the adjustments. And so all those flags, he made no adjustments. But if you're going to be a leader to that defense this year, I have to adjust to those penalties so that your team stops committing them. And not on, like, they didn't get at all better, okay? They didn't get at all better. They didn't get better throughout the game, Ethan? No, they got like 10 times worse. The penalties on the defense specifically, because the offense had small penalties, and they didn't even have that many penalties that game, it felt like. Okay, they didn't have that many penalties that game. They had like false starts, and of course you gotta fix those penalties either way. Of course, like the holding call, there was a holding call on Iki Kwanu, and that was a crucial call. But mainly the most crucial calls that I noticed that game was on the defense, or I think there was one on the special teams. I'm not going to guarantee that, but I think one was on the special teams. Okay, so they didn't get better. The flags didn't like slow down. And so that's why I'm kind of blaming Ajiro Rivera. I think he didn't make adjustments, and I think he's got to. He's got to be a leader. He's got to make adjustments. And I don't think he's actually doing that bad at defensive coordinator this season. Like, if you look at him, I mean, scoring-wise, he's actually gotten so much better compared to those, like, first 3 games. Making sure the defense only allows, like, I mean, really under 30 points a game, which isn't terrible. I mean, he was the last defense in the league last year, and now he's, I mean, if you watch our defense, it looks like one of the best. But when you have those late game situations, you have to tell your guys to play a little bit more conservative. You know, like you have to go out there and tell them, hey, we're getting so many penalties in these crucial situations. Go play a little more conservative so there's no flags. Which he didn't say, which I personally think is the reason why Lathan Ransom hit Tyler Show late, therefore leading to an easier field goal for the Saints late in the game. That game winner was way easier because Tyler Show hit Tyler Shuck. I don't know why I'm saying Tyler Show. I always say Tyler Show. I mean, it looks like Tyler Show. Don't blame me for that. But Lathan Ransom, I think that's why, because Lathan Ransom was like, oh, well, Ajiro wants me to play aggressive. I'm going to play aggressive, baby. Let's go. I'm going to play aggressive, baby. Yeah. I'm going to play aggressive, baby. I think that's what he did. He was trying to play aggressive, but it didn't work, okay? It didn't work, therefore leading to the penalty, therefore leading to us losing the game. Now, to the good part. Although we lost to the Saints, which would have been a huge thing if we won, because if we won, we would have had a chance to clinch the playoffs literally this upcoming Sunday. Although we lost to the Saints, I still don't hate our situation necessarily. And that sounds crazy, but I think beating the Bucs twice, which for the record, we have to do to make the playoffs, because the Bucs hold the tiebreaker no matter what happens in between the 2 Bucs games. So when we play the Seahawks and the Bucs play the Dolphins in between these 2 Bucs games that we play within the last 3 weeks, they hold the tiebreaker no matter what. So we have to beat them twice to get in now. But I don't think beating the Bucs twice is the most irrational and unreasonable thing I have ever heard in my life. I mean, I thought the Panthers making the playoffs was the most irrational and unreasonable thing in the world until I saw them this year. But I think it wouldn't be something that's impossible at all. I mean, the Bucs are in a stretch of games as, like, literally horrid, okay? They started the season as one of the top in the league, and now they're 2-6 in their last 8 games. So my only worry, there's one worry for beating them twice, though, because I do think it's very possible. I do think, I mean, it really is, but they're getting a little more healthy. But, you know, what kind of balances out? It's the fact that we're getting a little more healthy, but it just kind of depends on if they get healthy, do we get injured? Or if they get injured, do we get healthy? It just kind of all depends. But besides that, besides them getting a little more healthy, they've been really inconsistent, okay? They really have. Lately, once again, in their last 8 games, they've been 2-6. They've been really inconsistent as well, on top of the Panthers' inconsistency. So it's literally, and this is going to sound hilarious, but it's literally this upcoming Sunday, like the race for the NFC South division this year. Usually it's just the Bucs. The Bucs are the only team in. The Panthers, Saints, and Falcons get eliminated basically 3 weeks into the season. I'm kidding, but you know what I'm saying. Like sometimes 10 weeks in, they get eliminated. I mean, that is how bad they are. Or like 13, 14, 15 weeks in. That's how bad they usually are. But listen, This year, the Panthers still have a chance. Okay? It is literally about to be inconsistency against inconsistency. Listen, I am literally putting this out there. Both teams are so inconsistent. I truthfully believe that whoever wins on the coaching side of football is going to win both games. Okay? Because once again, it's inconsistency versus inconsistency. Like if there was a word to describe the Panthers and Bucks games coming up, it is literally inconsistent. Because they are both the most inconsistent teams in the NFL right now, no doubt. And I honestly just don't truthfully believe that. I don't see this being I see this being a tight race. I don't see the Bucks whooping us. And I honestly see the Panthers getting one of the two wins. But once again, we have to get both. Hopefully that'll be this Sunday. So once again, here's the thing. It is going to be a battle of the inconsistents. It is going to be a battle of the not very goods. A battle of the how are we ends. A battle of the how is the NFC South even a division anymore. Okay, it is going to be a battle of who can coach better. What team can coach better? Because if you have all these inconsistent players, but those inconsistent players are coming from those coaches. Because, listen, Todd Bowles, the Bucks coach, if you look into it a little, he is kind of the reason that the Bucks are inconsistent. Then you know the reason why the Panthers are inconsistent? Dave Canales. So literally, I don't care what anyone thinks. I'm putting it out there. The Panthers have a shot. Okay, the Panthers still have a shot. Because if the Panthers, Dave Canales, can outcoach Todd Bowles, which has happened in the past. Dave Canales outcoached John McVay. Dave Canales outcoached Matt LaFleur. Dave Canales has outcoached people in the past. But listen, if Dave Canales can outcoach his old team, which we did beat them last year. So if Dave Canales can outcoach his whole team, if Dave Canales can outcoach his old coworker, Todd Bowles, if Dave Canales can outcoach Todd Bowles, I don't see the Bucks even winning it, okay? In fact, I see possible blowouts happening. Because it's coaching inconsistency after coaching inconsistency for both of these teams. I've seen it for the past couple weeks. It is literally for the past 8 weeks for the Panthers and the Bucks. I don't care if the Bucks are 2-6, and honestly, you could say 2-6 is a little bit less of inconsistency and more of just bad, but that's still inconsistency because they started off so good, okay? So it literally, this whole game, this whole season for both of these teams depends on, will Todd Bowles outcoach Dave Canales, or will Dave Canales outcoach Todd Bowles? And which inconsistent team, which inconsistent head coach, which inconsistent offensive coordinator, which inconsistent defensive coordinator can beat the other, and which inconsistent team can outdo the other in the end. Okay, so I do think this is a very possible thing, but the Panthers really have to lock in, and I don't see, once again, I really just do not see this being a bad game. I don't see this Sunday being a bad game. I don't even see the Seahawks really being a bad game. I see us competing in that one if we're being real here, considering we've beaten the Packers and the Rams. But, I see the Panthers have a young team, and I see the Bucks have a little bit of an older team. So the Bucks, if we're talking about it here, they kind of have a little bit of an advantage. They do. They've got a little bit of an advantage, but that doesn't make any, change to this, okay? In fact, arguably that makes this, way different. I mean, way the same is what I meant to say. I think that just proves the inconsistency more. It's like the old inconsistencies against the new inconsistencies. The young inconsistencies against the vet inconsistencies. Okay? I wish somebody would put a counter right here and count how many times I've said inconsistency. But listen, y'all, that really is how I feel about this whole playoff implications thing. But let's put it this way. Let's kind of close this thought off, okay? Let's kind of close this episode off, episode 18. Once again, I'm just doing the Panthers today. Last week I just did the Hornets, weirdly enough. This week I'm just doing the Panthers. Well, no, last week I just did the college football playoffs. The week before I just did the Hornets. Anyways, that's besides the point. Either way, let's say we don't win at all. Let's say we lose 1 or 2 games and we miss the playoffs. I want everyone watching this, all you Panthers fans, keep pounding. I want y'all to just chill out. Because this team, I truly believe, is coming off of its last 3 games. Like these are the last 3 games that we will ever see these Carolina Panthers in its developing stage. I think next season, I see a absolutely huge year. Like, I see an absolutely huge year. If next year we stay healthy, we start the season strong, and like I talked about earlier, both the Bucs and the Panthers are inconsistent, but right now we're just talking about the Panthers. If the Panthers can slow that inconsistency down, okay, because of course we've talked about the Panthers' inconsistency all year. If the Panthers can kind of calm that inconsistency down, then I honestly think the Panthers will finally be a team that people will not want to play. I think the Panthers could pull off a New England Patriots and Drake May. I think the Panthers could really be a top team in the NFL next season. So please, continue the Keep Pounding chants. Continue the Carolina Panthers fan base pages. Continue all of this. Because if you guys can wait one more offseason, okay? Let's just say we missed the playoffs, which is also possible. If we do, just wait one more offseason and I will just about give you $100 if we don't make the playoffs. Because I'm proud of the fact that we're even competing for a playoff spot. Because the fact that we even had this big of a year is crazy to me in the first place. But I just want all of you Panthers fans to just do this right here. Do this right here with me. Just do this right here with me. Put on your Christmas hat. Enjoy Christmas. And just chill out, you know? Just chill out a little. Just chill out. Because we just need to enjoy the fact that the Panthers didn't go 2-15 or 1-16 or 5-12. They may actually, even if we don't make the playoffs, we're still possibly competing for a winning season. When have you heard in the past 5 years that the Panthers are even trying to make a winning season happen? I don't care if we make the playoffs at all at this point. We are actually in a winning season competition right now. We are competing for a winning season. So just chill out, y'all. Because there's a chance that the Panthers, once again, will be a top team next year. And once again, will be a top team not only in the NFL, but I think like next year could start a dynasty. I think next year could start a huge just rebuild. Well, not rebuild, but I think it could start like it starts with the draft, of course. But right after the draft, from then on forward, I think it will just be work. So once again, get you a chair. Maybe even email me. Join me on my podcast next Monday. I will let you, by the way, if you're a Panthers fan and want to join this podcast, I will let you. But You can tell me your thoughts about the Panthers. DM me on Instagram. I will react to your DMs, by the way. That's a new thing I'm doing also. So just DM me any thoughts or anything on Instagram. It's all lowercase Buzz and Roar Show. And, please, once again, please, Panthers fans, stop blaming everybody the second I get it's hard, but listen, I want y'all to stop just instantly going after Bryce Young or instantly going after Dave Canales or really in general instantly going after Ejiro Rivera. And I get that's crazy because, I just blamed him like a lot. But, he was the factor last game. But, I still truly believe him. And even he is in kind of a learning stage in some ways. I think we're so inconsistent that we're still trying to find out some stuff. Like, should Dave Canales be calling the plays? Should we fire Ejiro Rivera? Should Dan Morgan do a absolutely multi-million-dollar trade, like trade Derek Brown for Brian Burns and Cam Scadaboo? Oh, that would be crazy. Get Brian Burns back and Cam Scadaboo. Okay, I'm trailing off topic here. But all I'm saying, once again, just chill out. And, wait, let me check the calendar real quick. Next Monday, I will be posting. Next Monday will be my Christmas special. Of course, I'm wearing a Christmas hat, but next Monday will be my Christmas special. Oh, it's so beautiful. We're almost at Christmas time. So have a great week before Christmas week starts. Once again, Panthers fans, just calm down a little bit. Hornets fans, I will talk about y'all more next week. I just wanted to get every feeling out there about the Panthers. Just chill out, relax, enjoy the fact that the Panthers are average for the first time in a while. And please hit that follow button. Thanks for hanging out on the Buzz and Roar Show. If you want more sports stuff from Charlotte to anywhere else that throws the ball, check out my YouTube channel, Buzz and Roar Show. And hey, if you're already watching this on YouTube, welcome. You're in the right place. If you're listening somewhere else like Spotify, go and subscribe to YouTube too. It's like the same thing, but with more visuals and less background noise. And once again, hit follow on Instagram as well. All lowercase Buzz and Roar Show. It'll pop up. It's the same logo, the little LED logo you see every single day. Hit subscribe or follow so you don't miss out. This was a hype episode. Once again, chill out. Just go take a nap or whatever, Panthers fans, and think about how the Panthers are finally decent. See you guys next Monday for the Christmas special here on the Buzz and Roar Show. Before I leave, let's do a little keep pounding chant just for luck. Just for luck next Sunday. Just a little lucky keep pounding chant. Keep pounding. You better be doing this through your screen. Keep. 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 Okay, yeah, I think you get the point. Okay. I'll see you guys next time. Once again, Christmas special next Monday on the Buzz and Roar Show. See you guys next week. Hit subscribe button. I'm trying to reach 1K subs by February of 2026. See y'all next time on the Buzz and Roar Show. Hit subscribe for more. And I'll see you next week. Good night, baby.
Thanks for listening to Buzz and Roar. We talk about sports, all kinds of sports. If you like the show, hit subscribe or follow. We'll be back soon with more stuff to share. Thanks again, and see you next time.